I hack my principal's email, and then I start sending messages out to people going, hey, you're suspended, just go straight home.
It's incredible because like Tahea, like he was at the first tech high school, like Al Gore High School, and he got kicked out of, he's the first kid in America to get kicked out of high school. I was the first kid in high school to get kicked out of technology high school.
Why? How do you get kicked out of technology high school? Did you were you creating something that they were like, okay, this guy knows something that we're gonna kick him out?
Like in a nutshell, so Al Gore in the mid 90s started a technology high school, and the idea was to put computers at every desk in every classroom, and then to be able to evaluate if kids will do well on computers, right? So I was the first of 200 kids to attend this school in 1996, and then that was my junior year. Of course, I was already on to this is now my third high school, by the way, because I was already kicked out of high school my freshman year just because I flunked out. So I was always like this kid that always had crazy bad grades, like D's and C's.
Really?
Just enough to play sports.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was doing pranks and things like that at the school. Like I'd hack their server, and I'd like have welcome messages in the morning for people, you know.
What? That's crazy.
And so eventually what happened was, so I was already on this, like the bad list at school, right?
Yeah.
So I hacked my principal's email because everything was run at that school by email. And then I start sending messages out to people going, hey, you're suspended, just go straight home. Don't worry about anything else. We already called your parents. And the kids would literally go home, and I thought it was the most funniest thing, except I forgot the idea that somebody's going to call the principal.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You got these parents calling the principal now that day, like, hey, why'd you suspend my kid and all this? Like, I can only imagine what the conversation was.
Yeah.
Like pissed off parents because their kid came home during lunch because he got suspended for nothing, right? And so my principal was so pissed. He literally called the cops and had the cops come to my classroom. Now, aside from this, the wall that connects to the hallway of the school, of every classroom, is all windows, so that people can walk through the hallway and they can film us because they're evaluating, you know, if we're doing well on.
You guys were test lab rats.
Yeah, we were test lab rats. And so I look out the window and I see this mob of cops coming down the hallway, and I was like, why the fuck do I get the feeling that these cops are coming for me? They bust through the classroom, throw me on the ground.
What?
Throw me on the ground. I'm in handcuffs on the ground, dude.
How old are you?
17. They dragged me to my principal's office, and that guy is just going off on me. He's like last straw for him, right? So he's like, you're a loser. You amount to nothing. I don't want to see you in the school anymore. Like just going off on me. You're not worth the air you breathe. Like just yelling at me.
Jeez.
Now, also what made him even more pissed was the cops were like, well, we can't. Like when they found out what the real reason why I was in trouble was hacking email, there was no law against hacking email in the 90s.
Yeah.
So they were like, sir, we have to let him go. we can't press charges on this.
Yeah.
Like they're still trying to figure out what email was.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, well, do you have anything on you? I was like, nope. They're like, do you have any of this email on you that you stole from your principal? I was like, nope, no, I got nothing physical.
What?
So they had to let me go. And so that made the principal even more mad. So he kicks me out and then proceeds to like go to every school in the district and tell them not to let me in. And what's funny is that, so like, I think my life is over, 17. I was actually peeing in my pants when the cops were doing that whole thing. I don't care how tough someone wants to think. Like when the freaking 17-year-old and cops are like ransacking the classroom to get you.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like,